I'm standing up against police on police crime. Let me bring your attention to a cop who was bullied by his supervisor, who's a cop, has now settled for $120,000. A former police officer in Bergen County, a borough of New Jersey, who claimed he was bullied by a bad lieutenant, has now got a whole bunch of money. In the suit, this officer claimed that his superior had attacked him with chopsticks and choked him with a necktie. Officer Samuel Kim, who is now employed by the Hohokus Police Department, alleged that Lieutenant Sean Lee had harassed him and bullied him from the time Kim was hired in Palisades Park. Let's put up a picture of the victim, Samuel Kim, okay? Now, the person who bullied him is Sean Lee, a lieutenant who is now a captain. He got a promotion after this. Let's put up his picture. Look at that. In his lawsuit filed in July with the US District Court in New Jersey, Kim alleged that guy, Officer Lee, had him run personal errands while on duty, including buying him coffee and driving his daughter to school every morning. The alleged bullying peaked in 2018 when Kim refused a request from Lee to help remove a ticket issued by a New York City police officer, issued to a New York City police officer, according to the suit. After that incident, after this guy stands up, says no to this request, after this happened, Kim said the harassment and bullying became increasingly worse, culminating in 2019 when the two were in the locker room and Lee said an exceedingly offensive and derogatory term in Korean. After that incident, Lee ordered Kim to meet him at his parents' house. While there, Kim said Lee physically assaulted him, first by repeatedly hitting him over the head with chopsticks, then by wrapping Kim's uniform around his neck to choke him, according to the lawsuit. Officer Kim did report the alleged assault to a councilman the next day and said he was scared for his life. Afterward, what happened to the cop that harassed him, that committed a criminal act against him? Well, that officer had a 5-day unpaid suspension and was ordered to attend anger management classes, attend harassment training, and undergo a psychological evaluation for fitness of duty, okay? Now, I wanna remind you, these are police officers held to a higher standard of accountability, or at least they should be, right? These are people that we trust not only with tax dollars, but with a damn gun and a badge, which gives them the privilege to use it. But they can commit criminal acts at the workplace and absolutely nothing criminal will happen, all right? What happened? Lee, that same officer, was later promoted to captain. That'll show him. He was promoted to captain and has served as the police department's officer in charge. Officer in charge since May of 2021. Now, remember, the city settled. They said there's some credibility to this claim. They suspended the officer, meaning there's credibility to the claim. And then they gave the officer a promotion and said, you are going to be officer in charge. That's how you keep them in line. The borough settled the claim for $120,000. The settlement states that Kim would not seek any further action or payment from Lee and the borough. The borough does not admit to any wrongdoing and said the settlement is to amicably resolve all matters. This was a 3-0 vote. The council had 2 of the 6 council members recuse themselves, and the other decided to abstain because at least half of the board are cowards. Okay, all right. Ms. Dahl, criminal offense. They found it to at least be credible to to an extent, they suspended the guy and then gave a fat settlement for workplace harassment, but the man doesn't get criminally charged. He literally gets a workplace promotion. Now, I guarantee you this, and I'd never do it, but if I took my producer Jordan and grabbed him by the tie and choked him out, I guarantee you I wouldn't be getting a promotion at TYT. That would never happen. And Jordan, I would never do that to your brother. I love you. But that would never, this is the reason why people don't like the police. Who else in an American workplace, attorney, can do something like that and receive a promotion at their job?
Absolutely. I mean, this is such an abuse of power. And some people might think, him trying to hide a ticket wasn't as meaningful. But it's the small things that we see are often the bigger things we don't see. And the fact that he wasn't just fired is kind of astounding. I mean, if it's similar to an employee working at Trader Joe's, taking a box of, the product off the shelf, that's stealing. That person would get fired. Using your power for your own means with the ticket, to me, is a fireable offense. Thank goodness he spoke up, because it does alert the public to things that are happening. But the fact that they didn't really treat this as seriously as it is, the people in that community should know that that means that the police department it needs more oversight, because they did not handle this well.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said.